All right, let's just.
What do you have? Do you have the Mandalorian cast news? Because I think we talked about Nick Nolte in an episode being cast, but there was like a big cast announcement where they added a bunch of people to the cast.
I don't have that because I don't have like the only people I know that are in the show are Pedro Pascal and
Nick Nolte. But they announced that who's the guy? He mostly like directs documentaries all the time. He did Grizzly Man. He's playing a character in the show for some reason. He's directed like a bunch of documentaries since like the 70s.
And like
he's playing a character.
Star Wars projects are like becoming famously known for having like hidden cameos of people because like.
But the way they announced it made it seem like
he was gonna have like a bigger
part
role.
Of the main cast.
Okay.
And it's like, what is his name? It's something like Gore Verbinski, but it's not obviously.
It's Vor Verbinski.
Let me look it up. They added because I'll look it up because they talked about they added like a bunch of people.
And while you're doing that, I'll talk about another Disney Plus project at the moment. Disney Plus are adding projects. There's rumors for projects. A lot of like the side characters of the MCU are getting TV shows, and Lady Sif is now the newest one to get a TV show. It'll be kind of interesting to see what where they go back because she's been missing. She wasn't in Thor 3.
The Dark World.
Yeah.
Right.
So it'll be interesting to see where they go with that.
Yeah. Where was she during Ragnarok kind of thing? Yeah, like I think they would have to tell that story. You know, if anything, like
or it could be at least a decent like was it Lady Sif in the Warrior 3? Because they got like the
maybe it could lead into that
because they got no time whatsoever.
I mean, they got a little more than she did though.
Yeah.
So but I think they'll have to like go into where she was during Ragnarok.
Right.
I mean, she's not part of Asgard anymore. Like, does she know that Asgard got taken over?
And it's not like he's with the Warrior 3 either because they were in the one scene in Ragnarok. And so it'll be interesting what she is and if it happens during the snap, does it happen?
Right, yeah. Is it post decimation?
Right. Yeah.
I guess we should call it. We should call it by what they want it to be called.
But all these projects have that question of like, when does it take place before or after?
Yeah.
Like this Loki show that apparently is being made. Where does that take place?
Yeah.
So did you find a?
Yes, I did find it. Then I put it away. So Werner Herzog is this guy who has directed so many documentaries. But we got Carl Weathers, who's in the cast. Giancarlo Esposito.
He's
Breaking Bad.
Breaking Bad, yeah. I never watched that. He's that big.
Carl
Weathers, that's Predator, right?
Yeah.
The famous.
He's also and Apollo.
Yeah.
Creed. Yeah. So.
Okay.
So we'll see.
And she's Gina Carano. She's a UFC fighter. So maybe we can see what. Yeah, but I think like even like I don't know. I bet you'll be like a lot of like the Russo brothers who just spotted on the set of the show. I bet you they're a hidden cameo. Like these Star Wars movies are like becoming known like all these cameos like Tom Hardy who's in like either The Force Awakens or The Last Jedi. They're all like stormtroopers.
Did something. I think Kevin Smith had a voice in one now too.
There was like because J.J. Abrams did the first one, The Force Awakens. The actors that connected off his projects is Simon Pegg. And he had like a hidden role in The Force Awakens, and he has one of his like I forget his name, but he has like a friend who's in like all of his projects, J.J. Abrams projects, and he's like a pilot and whatnot. Like Greg something.
Gunberg. Gunberg, yeah.
And he's always so. It'll be interesting. I bet you in the show it'll be like hidden, blink you miss it cameos or whatnot. So we talked about the Lady Sif TV show. Not much more about that. Like we know nothing about it, obviously, except that it potentially might be made.
It's in the works.
Other little comic book news. So Aquaman's out, so there's a lot of press tour for that. Jason Momoa who plays Aquaman. He is on the books. He said it. He claims Henry Cavill is not done playing Superman. The only way he's probably not done, in my opinion, is if he has a cameo in Shazam, which I believe he doesn't.
Oh yeah, you think that's it? So you're like 100% thinking we're never gonna see him.
I think we're done. I think there's been way too many reports of how Superman's not a priority right now for Warner Brothers in the DCEU. Or that's what they call the universe. I think we're done with that. It's unfortunate because from what I'm seeing from my fans, they're finally putting the Superman in the right direction. Esque. He was like the one highlight to many people from the Justice League movie was
him coming around and slapping,
like being Superman basically.
Yeah.
Like a non-humanized version where it's like, oh, we have to have like he's immortal, but we have to give him a weakness kind of thing. So.
Yeah, what is their end game here? Because they're still like, are they going standalone things? Because we've both seen Aquaman.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that in a bit. But that pretty much exists as a standalone.
Yeah,
there are a few references here and there. Shazam is coming out pretty soon.
And
that looks
the trailers from that has like Easter eggs.
But it looks like for the most part, it will exist on its own. Wonder Woman 1984.
It's going to take place in a time where they don't need the reference and stuff. So.
Just like the first one, and that was one of the better movies so far. And I feel like these next two can be good as well without really existing. But these are still characters that exist. So like, how are they gonna write out Superman? How are they gonna write out Batman? Like
they
if
did
the
the
end
movies,
game is
right? It's not like in Justice League Superman died.
No,
he died and came back already.
That's right. Yeah, like Batman. Like we're not sure if Batman's done yet either.
Yeah.
But you're right. It's looking more and more like
they're gonna
Henry Cavill is no longer Superman. Are they writing him out? Are they recasting him? Are they, just never gonna reference him again? Yeah. Are they never?
What would you want them to do?
Yeah, I've been asking the questions, haven't I? So I should have some answers. Honestly, I'm still holding out hope that this is all just like a power play for him to get more money. And I hope they just throw it at him.
Yeah.
Or just recast him. Like, you need to, like, if you've built up this universe so far where, like, Superman has played a huge role. Like, if you're doing another Justice League movie after Shazam and Wonder Woman 1984, and maybe the Flash movie, if you ever get off your butts and make that, and like, you're obviously heading towards another Justice League movie. You're gonna have Superman.
And like from what I'm reading, it's like, like I said already, that like from what I read, Superman's not a priority at the moment. They're moving into more, I'm gonna say, female-led characters. Like Supergirl apparently is what they want to do. Like
Birds of Prey. Oh my god.
Like, are they gonna like replace like Superman with Supergirl and like make her one? But at the same time, like, how do you just like stop?
Yeah.
If you're in this, if they're all still connected, like shoot, I don't know. It's all. There's yet to be word of a soft reboot, whatever. Like, you like Supergirl. Like, I feel you can't have her without Superman, kind of thing. Like, they're cousins. Yeah. So, and like once again, like, what else can you do with Superman to write him off if you wanted to? Recasting seems like if he's done, like, recasting seems like the only choice that they got if they're moving forward with this mess that they're making.
Which could be messy too, but I mean, it's happened many times in the MCU.
Yeah.
So many characters have been recast.
And like the same problem's gonna happen with Batman, because like this back and forth of when this alleged Batman movie is taking place. Is it a prequel, so we can see like the younger days of this Batman, but then are you gonna have this younger Batman and then make a Justice League movie where it's Ben Affleck again, kind of thing? Because all these movies are taking place at different times. They're not mingled like the MCU, where like these movies are technically intertwined. Sounds like they're making standalone movies. And eventually, I assume the Endgame is another Justice League movie done well. If, right?
Yeah.
So
it's hard because up until Aquaman, well, Wonder Woman came out, and I was like, finally, one of these movies is pretty good.
Yeah.
The Justice League came out, and I was like, never mind, flush it down the toilet.
Yeah.
I don't care about this universe anymore. Then Aquaman comes out, and I'm like, okay, there is still some potential here with these characters. Like, I would like to see more of Jason Momoa's Aquaman without going too much into it, but I would like to see more of Jason Momoa's Aquaman. But how do you, are you just gonna make more Aquaman movies, or are we gonna see him interact with any other characters again, or
because like you said, before we get into it, there is little references to other DC movies, so it's not like they're flat out ignoring it.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Are they just going to keep existing? Are they just going to keep making Wonder Woman movies and Aquaman movies and Shazam
whatever
movies?
Character Shazam's good, bam, so
I
just
guess,
wait and see. Because Wonder Woman 2 got delayed till 2020, but right now, it'll be interesting to see what happens after Shazam, if that does well or not. They have to make some sort of announcement after that movie.
Yeah.
There have to be some sort of, this is what we're leading to, guys. We're gonna spend 10 years making these movies.
Yeah, maybe don't do what you did originally and say, here's our timeline, and then immediately flush that out and be okay, never mind. These movies, it's just such a shame that they gave all the power to Zack Snyder.
Yeah, I think
that
he is trying to give him a compliment without. He's not a storyteller. He's a visual artist, in my opinion.
Yes, absolutely.
He all of his movies aren't known for acting and stories and some might say logic, but they're known for being beautiful. Okay, the CG is to the max,
visually unique,
right?
Yeah.
So I think they put, because I think obviously at the time they're rushing, oh, let's do what Marvel's doing. They got Kevin Feige, or Feige as some may say.
Gerard Feige.
But he's not a director. He's just he runs Marvel Studios.
Yeah.
I feel like they were oh, Zack Snyder made a decent Superman movie. He wants to make he has I have a feeling he's the one that went into the boardroom and pitched this universe, and they're yeah, okay, let's do that. And then obviously,
they definitely built this out of his vision.
Yeah,
they started, and that just wasn't the right place to do it. Right?
Obviously, the two movies that weren't under his thing are the only two that you're getting some sort of praise from the DC universe, which is Wonder Woman and Aquaman. Mm-hmm. The rest are
well, there was Suicide Squad, right, which is very mixed as well.
Yeah,
but Aquaman and Wonder Woman for the most part very received quite positively.
And even then, David Ayer, in my opinion, is not a storyteller. He is.
I can't think of.
He's an action movie guy. The only other movie I believe outside of I've seen, I think, 2 movies outside of Suicide Squad. He did the movie Bright with the Netflix original.
Okay, yeah.
That was okay. It was an ambitious project that I think failed. That I think he was trying to set up this whole world of mythical beings and real world mixed together. And then he did his one that I think put him on the map, Fury with Brad Pitt and
Tanks.
Yeah. Just that's what the casting is for the movie. Brad Pitt.
Brad Pitt's all furious inside a tank. I know he's done other stuff too, but I don't think I've seen any of it.
I think there's one I haven't seen was the one with Jake Gyllenhaal. It's a gangster, he's a cop. And
is it End of Watch?
Yeah. He did that one. That way. So. Anyhow.
Yeah, I guess, I mean.
Once again, we're talking
both
about how, they've done so much poorly so far. Now that we've got 1-2 movies with, but like they need to honestly come out, like go to Comic-Con, go to
and
one of these things and be like,
what you're doing.
this is what we're doing. Fans get excited.
Yeah, and follow through and
no release dates or anything. Just
say what the what your end game is and what
plan on making movies on Bang Bang Bang,
Uh-huh.
and then whether it's a Justice League movie or a Harley Quinn team up movie with Aquaman, I don't know, whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
Because I think Birds of Prey will make a lot of money just from the fact that it's Margot Robbie and Harley Quinn, right? So,
who's directing that? Do we have a director?
Yeah, because that starts production in like the next couple weeks. Kathy Yan.
Oh.
She doesn't have any movies that I've heard of, but that's in production I think this month.
Oh wow!
I think it comes out early next year. So, and I guess what was it? They were talking about it. I saw the most recent article heard about that was so we just had Aquaman. Sorry, we're not reviewing it yet, but like costume wise, pretty comic book accurate stuff. Pretty
definitely, yeah.
Like as goofy as some of it looked, but like
yeah.
they, I guess in Birds of Prey, it isn't following suit, and they're like, yeah, we're just gonna have. I'm guessing Hunter's probably gonna have like a lightly purple leather jacket for all what it sounds like. They're going back to the grounded route, which is I don't know, okay, I guess, but if it's a comic book movie, I want them to grab onto the comic book roots. We've seen so many nowadays where it's like they give into the comic book. Because I remember way back in the early 2000s, like when these things started being big, the thing was they don't want to cover people's faces. They're like, oh, we have too big of actors to put a mask on. Mm-hmm. That's why Hugh Jackman never wore the classic Wolverine suit and all that. We're past that now. We're all embracing the goofiness.
Yeah, everyone wants to see Thor wearing that ridiculous helmet. Like that's what everyone wants. And,
so it's a little shame when the comic book comes down, they're basically saying, "Oh, we're going for the grounded approach."
Grounded realism, yeah. You think, especially after how well Aquaman did, and they gave us that ridiculous costume, and it worked. Yeah, lean into that.
So, because out of all the people that like the one that would disappoint me the most is Black Mask. He's supposed to be the bad guy at Birds of Prey. Are they gonna just make him a guy who's obsessed with masks? Kind of had this. Oh, there's all these masks on this wall because I like mask. This is my favorite one. It's the black one.
It's the ski mask,
right? And it's
yeah, because it's Ewan McGregor. But I don't think Ewan McGregor. He'd be all about that. He doesn't care. He would have his face covered for.
I know that about that. I'm just worried.
He's never been
the grounded approach that they announced they're taking. How far do they go? Are they just gonna there is movies where it's all they do is tease around the alias.
I guess and I'm saying Ewan McGregor wouldn't care. He would he would have his whole face covered, but the studio would probably be no, we want people to see that Ewan McGregor's in this movie, right? So we want people looking at the poster and seeing Obi-Wan Kenobi. We want people to see oh god, okay, that guy's in this movie. I'll go see it. Not a black, skull looking, mask. So,
well, as you guys tell, we're not really looking forward to the Birds of Prey.
No.
We're not the biggest fans of
but
the
it
Harley
could surprise
Quinn
us.
train.
I think, I'm not looking forward to it, but especially with what the title is. But it might surprise us. I really wasn't looking forward to Aquaman, and it surprised me. We keep kind of going into it, but anyway, I think we should just leave it for that.
So we'll get
cautiously optimistic. I think.
So. So that is that. We're gonna move into the